Greetings, this is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, Star of Bethlehem. And what we got here is a view of the sky on June 30, 2015, and the software is courtesy of Stellarium. And this is a astronomy program that can be downloaded off the internet. Just a few marks here. Here's the constellation of Leo. And then we have Jupiter and Venus right here in the middle in conjunction. And this was an event that some say it's comparable to the Star of Bethlehem. And the planets of Jupiter and Venus were in conjunction. Regulus was close by, and it was the brightest star of the constellation of Leo, and it was in close proximity. Now this occurred in the western sky about 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States on June 30, 2015. Take all this for what it's worth. Do your own homework, and at the very least, it's curious and thought-provoking. But the thing that I want to focus on is let's look at the names of the heavenly bodies, heavenly structures that are involved, and just historically what they meant to the ancients. Now the first is the planet Jupiter, and it has long been known as the king planet. And it's right here in conjunction with Venus. And so the question gets to be, who's known as the King of Kings? Well, in Revelation 19 verse 16, and on his robe and on his thigh, he has a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Now the second actor is the planet Venus, and again that's in conjunction with Jupiter. And it's known as the bright morning star in ancient cultures. It's seen before the sun sets in the evening, and Venus rises before the sun in the morning. Who's known as the bright morning star? Well, Jesus himself answers the question in Revelation 22 verse 16. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify to you these things for the churches. I am the root and the descendant of David, the bright morning star. Now the Hebrew, we refer to these things as constellations. The Hebrew refers to them as the Mazzaroth. And the story starts in the constellation of Virgo. And Virgo's up here in the upper left. You can just barely see what would be the Virgin's head right there, but that is the constellation Virgo. It's the first of the story of the 12 constellations, and the last is Leo, right here, Leo the lion. And Leo is the culmination of the story of the Hebrew Messiah. Well, who's known as the lion? Revelation 5 verse 5, and one of the elders said to me, Stop weeping, behold, the lion that is from the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has overcome so as to open the book and its 7 seals. Well, we know the lion of the tribe of Judah to be Jesus. Now the brightest star in the constellation of Leo is Regulus, and it's noted at about 10 o'clock to Jupiter and Venus. It's the Alpha star. The Alpha star is known as the brightest star of the constellation. We get our English word regal from the Latin word, and it means king. Revelation 1 verse 8, I am the Alpha and the Omega, says the Lord God, who is and who was and who is to come, the Almighty. Again, another reference to Jesus. Now even the CBS News and other secular news sources made the connection between the celestial events on June 30, 2015 and the Star of Bethlehem. And that includes CBS News, and RT.com, that's out of Russia. So you got the mainstream media and communists and even environmentalists were noted to observe the event. So it was a big deal, and effectively it was the first time in 2,000 years that Jupiter and Venus were in conjunction close to Regulus and nearest to Earth. So it was a big deal. Now also included in this is a patch from Walid Shoeibot. And he's a former Palestinian terrorist who converted to Christianity. And he's from the Middle East. Now he has a unique cultural perspectives that we can't relate to. And he believes that this celestial event is a sign, and he thinks that it signifies the second coming of Christ is close. And he gives support of his prophetic opinion with references from the Bible. And there's a link provided below. Shoeibot.com is his website. But you guys can check that out if you're interested in it. Also, starofbethlehem.net is an excellent resource. This is from Larson, who's a lawyer. He did some excellent work on looking at the structures of the heavenly bodies and what was going on in the sky in and around the birth of Jesus. So, if you find these things interesting, please feel free to check this out. Also, check out paulthepoke.com. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.